This one's called Overheated and Overwhelmed. There's your good buddies, Hood River Police Department. They're on my shit list. All of them. Alright, let's continue. It was apparently over 100 degrees today. One of the ladies said it peaked at 103. My hair is frazzled. I tried to get it to stay down by doing that. I tried getting it wet. The problem is with not taking a shower in forever and a day. And I got in that water is cold. I let it go up about halfway up my thigh, about right here. Or not my thigh, but my calf. And oh no. Ain't happening. So I dipped my shirt in it and I used it for cooling off, but I figured as long as it's still light out, I should probably try to fly a sign and make a couple extra dollars. I was able to make enough to put $5 into gas in my vehicle, and it's slightly overheated because of course I use it for charging my phone and I'm not driving it while I'm charging. Of course I do charge it when I am driving as well, but I gotta have the phone whether I have some place to go or not. And I don't have anywhere to go. So here I am, sitting down looking pretty, flying a sign that ain't mine. And of course I'm gonna have to thank that guy tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm thankful today. The looks people give me sometimes. Whatever it is they think I did to their dog, I didn't. Of course, this late at night when the sun's already down, you know, it's going down. Alright, so this is not very often, but that Mustang GT, the fella driving it waved at me. Not only is it a nice looking car, which makes it rare, it's also the fact that it's a white guy driving, which makes it even more rare. So despite the fact that he didn't give me any money, he acknowledged my existence. He acknowledged me as a human being, one human being to another. And that means quite a bit. Yeah, sure, he didn't give me money, but is money the most important part? Well, it's kind of the purpose of sitting here, is to make some money, but that acknowledgement does mean a lot, especially when so many people have snooty noses and snooty faces and want to get snooty with you. Well, there's some more Hispanic folks acknowledging my existence. A nod is still an acknowledgement. What is it the white people do most generally when they see you? It's hilarious to watch. Like, oh no, if I make eye contact with him, I'll burst into flames. Makes you wonder what the hell is going through their minds. Now, of course, it's easy to blame everything on homeless people, same as blaming everything on blacks and Mexicans in Nebraska. Blaming it on somebody don't make it their fault. And here in America, we're supposed to have the opportunity to face our accusers, to show evidence, and of course to keep and bear arms to protect ourselves against people like the Bollingers and the Kellys. I'm not sure what's more important, protecting ourselves from the Bollinger family or the Kelly family. Those are the two sides of Natalie's family. Who's worse, her family or mine? That's debatable. My Uncle Matt's a sexual predator. My Uncle James is a sexual predator. That's both on my mom's side. My mom is, well, she is a sexual predator. I'd like to say she's not, but I'm full of shit if I say that. Lights! Your lights! Well, that lady's gonna get a ticket. Fuck it. Yeah, it's within a half hour of dark, so the law says they gotta turn on their lights. Again, like I said, the brown people acknowledge my existence. The white folk tend to not do so. That doesn't mean that every white person ignores me, and that doesn't mean that every brown person is friendly. Now, for me, holding a sign here, looking like an idiot, I'd rather be working. Tree cutting, that was the most fun I ever had working. But, alright, it was the best job I ever had. I had a lot more fun cutting metal with Gary Smith at a chapel, but he didn't pay. Like, him not paying on time cost me about $200 a paycheck. Oh, wow. Look at that bird. Very cool. What's it got in its clutches? Is that a mouse? Looks like it's got something. What kind of a bird is that? Not sure if I'm even pointed at the bird. Let me see. Yes. Right over the top of those trees. Is that no? That's too far around. No. Fuck it. It don't matter. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make at least enough to get something cold and liquid to go to bed with. That may or may not happen, but as long as I make the effort, right? Now, preferably, I'd like to get something like a Gatorade or something like that, but that guy from Jesus, that car is tore up. It is Virginia. Anyway, thank you. Acknowledged my existence. Actually, that guy who just drove by, he helped me, what was it, like a month and a half ago. He stopped by and it was up the park and ride. He checked to make sure I was alright. I haven't had anybody drop any tamales on me yet, but I'm hoping. I love tamales. I don't know many people that don't love tamales. Tamales are better than everything, almost, except for dogs and kids. Dogs and kids are better than tamales. But tamales smell better. I'll give them that. Anyway, it's starting to cool off. I was just in the Shell station, and there was like 8 people in line. Every one of them looks like they haven't slept in a month. Red faces, tired eyes. One of those guys was complaining he was stuck on the road for like 8 hours of almost not moving traffic. That guy almost got into an accident. Surprised I didn't hear a horn honking. Alright, I gotta tell you something. When it comes to safe driving, it's okay to look the direction of a hobo if it prevents you from running into somebody. It is okay. You're not going to burst into flames. You're not going to turn into stone. It's not going to kill you to look the direction of a homeless person. It might kill you not to, if fucking case in point just now. Pay attention. Pay attention to the road. pay attention to the surroundings, and don't be a fucking idiot. Now it's cooling down a bit, so I mean I'm not as overheated as I was, but I'm still experiencing the effects of it. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this situation here versus where I was at in Virginia. In Virginia, like I was 5 days into it, 5 days into being dehydrated. Right now, I'm going on day 2 or 3. Also in Virginia, I didn't get any sleep for those whole 5 days. Here, I got a little bit of sleep last night, and a tiny bit this morning, so I got a little bit. Also, I got a lot more liquids with me now, whereas when I was in Virginia, I was basically just stuck in that friggin' heat box, burning up. Now, people don't want to take a look at the evidence. They want to listen to the slander. But the fact is, Natalie and I were friends, by her own admission. I did go to Virginia. I ain't going to pretend I didn't. I did drive 1,700 miles to Virginia because she was going to fucking kill herself if I didn't. When she wanted to fuck around and play head games with fucking heroin. I don't fuck with heroin. I'm out. I am not dealing with that shit. I'm not dealing with your mood swings. I'm not dealing with any of that if I'm going to be your target. If you're going to target me for doing as you asked, I'm gone. You don't get to pretend like I'm a bad guy when I drive 1,700 miles to get the fuck away from you. Especially after driving 1,700 miles to see you at your own request, especially with the threat of fucking suicide. What the hell did people expect me to do? And of course, more brown folks walked by or drove by and acknowledged my existence. What is this? Like, culturally, we're supposed to be this great country and all that, and all these Mexicans are supposed to be horrible, and they're supposed to be destroying our economy, and they're supposed to be raping and pillaging, and what the fuck? I'm not seeing any of what Donald Trump was claiming. All right, I'm seeing quite a bit of assholery out of people that are of my particular skin color or similar. Seems to me like those assholes can get away with literally killing people. I wonder if Joseph Michael Lopez had not been brown, do you think they'd have helped him to get away with it? If he had not had a Hispanic last name, do you think they'd have pegged it on me anyway? These guys are useless. All cops are useless. If you're not a pretty white girl, cops don't give a shit. If you're disabled, that just means you're easy to victimize. Those of you who want to pretend like the cops are the good guys, you guys are fucking idiots, and you're my enemies. You're my enemies by your choice. Your choice. Those of you who wanted to take sides in the Natalie Bollinger thing without looking at both sides, you guys are still pulling this shit. There's a lot of people who are dead because you're pieces of shit. That doesn't mean I have to be one. Oh no, I quit drinking in 2001. Thank you, though. It's like the 5th beer people offered me today. I'm grateful for the offer. I really am. I don't drink. I know what I'm like when I drink, so I just avoid it. Am I a nice person when I drink? Most of the time. Not always, though. I mean, hell, I woke up one morning, everything hurt, and I couldn't get my knees to move. Come to find out, I beat up Brandon Jetson the night before. Now, I had like 5 different people tell me what happened, and, it was just, we were trying to show off, and I caught him with a low dragon tail, and fucking, that was all she wrote. So when I caught him with that dragon tail, I guess that's probably where I screwed up my legs. Well, I screwed up both my legs in the process. I'm thinking it probably had a lot more to do with the amount of alcohol I drank at the time. Bonjour, folks. My God, there you are smiling. You must be brown people. Thank you for acknowledging my existence.
Of course. You exist, my son.
Be safe. Yes, I know one of them. And of course, well, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that it is very much a cultural thing. It is very much a situation where, well, it's not the color of the skin, it's the mentality within. It's what you're taught to believe. It's what your granddaddy taught you. Now, how many of you actually grew up with your granddaddy? How many of you had parents that could get along well enough with your granddaddies for you even to know who your granddaddy is? Now, let me give you an explanation of why I don't associate with my family. Alright, it's not just my Uncle James and my Uncle Matt. There's also my little brother Michael Albert. Now, Matthew Delaplank and James Delaplank, that's my two uncles. Michael Albert is my little half-brother. My mom's obviously, well, she had sex with my friends in high school, so that's, well, we got to consider that sexual deviancy too. Why the hell did that guy park behind? Well, it's a motorcycle, and my car doesn't look like it's been moved in a bit, despite the fact I just parked it, so makes sense why they would. Most of the reason that I started up this video is it's partially because I was able to get some battery charged on my phone. That's why my car overheated. And it's partially because I saw one of them cops, and, well, I want to make sure that they don't pull any shady business when I don't have the ability to record. There's a couple of times where I've seen them and I've pulled out my phone and pretended I was recording or talking to somebody, just in case. Also, I should probably sit down because, oh Christ, when you're standing up, you're imposing. You're scary looking, although it hurts me to stand up and hobble over to somebody who's trying to give me a few bucks out the window. They're a lot more likely. Well, there was a white lady, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white lady just drove by. She's young, she's pretty, she's got a nice car, and she smiled at me. Very nice. And not a mean-spirited smile either. Not a ha-ha smile, but you're a person. Now, how much money have I made since I've been sitting here? Not a single penny. Not a penny. But you know what? I'm still glad for the acknowledgments. My brain ain't exactly working so well because of all the heat. I have tried to stay hydrated. Of course, as soon as it's dark, it becomes dangerous for a panhandler. Could turn into, well, a lot worse situations. A lot of places, they'll allow you to panhandle during the day, but once it becomes nighttime, no bueno, they're going to stop you. People get a lot more paranoid at night. Another situation is, there was somebody, I was told Clark County is actually very close to here. I was saying the situation about the guy from Clark County who, oh my God, the dude with the boxer. Yes. his dog is extremely well behaved and well trained. I mean, the guy is riding across the street on a longboard, and his dog is running in stride or jogging in stride, but not pulling the lead. I mean, that takes training. The dog looks to be about a year and a half to 2 years old. Of course, it's difficult to tell. Boxers actually keep their color for a good long while. That boxer might be as old as 3. He's still got his testicles, so he's pretty beefy. I don't understand why we can't learn. Why we can't learn from others. Why we can't learn from other people's mistakes, and why we can't learn some lessons. I mean, I see so many cultures that are kind and generous and work together as a family. Dehydration will make you nauseous. I'm not as bad off as I was in Virginia in 2016. That was real bad. There was a couple of times in Virginia where I fell asleep. Well, not fell asleep. Straight up passed out in my car just before my birthday because how hot it was. But on my birthday, that was bad, like real bad. All right, I better move back. There's a lady crossing the crosswalk, and I don't want to obstruct her ability to get onto the crosswalk. I'm not sure what to do. I really have no idea. I know that my phone still won't dial out. I know that I got one text message today and no way to reply to it. Thank you again! That guy and his girlfriend, well, might not be his girlfriend, it could be anybody. I just assume it's his girlfriend. He drove by twice today, and he acknowledged me both times. Big old smile on his face, doing the whole peace symbol. Very nice. Productive, almost. We got a bunch of these little Vespas right around, too. There was a blue one earlier. Those are popular in Boulder as well. There's a few spots in Washington State where they're popular. And that's a dirt bike. I'm not sure if I caught it or not. I'm not going to make anything more tonight, so it's probably time for me to head on. However, I got a decent amount of smiles and some slight pleasantries. Got to acknowledge some people's existence who were good to me. There may be one last car of the night. It looks real nice and it's got tinted windows, so probably not, but we'll hold the sign anyway. No. Just the way life goes. Alright, y'all have a good night. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. I will try to get on a little bit later on this evening. If I'm having a severe panic attack or something like that, I will definitely be on. Let's see, it looks like they're getting pretty full up in the parking lot, and I ain't bought nothing in about 15 or 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go over to my vehicle and I don't know. Anyway, good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught, and remember, you are your brother's keeper.